Think about where you are in your life right now. Now think about where you'd like to be. If these two things are different, then why does this gap exist, and how can you merge the two? Hello, my name is Zoe Psychosky, and welcome to my motivational YouTube channel, Zoe's 2 Dots on Life. If you are new here, then I want to let you know that I post a self-improvement video every single Saturday. So if there are any topics that you would like to hear more about, then leave them in the comments down below. Also, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel so that it can grow and motivate more people. So let's talk about that gap between where you are right now in your life and where you want to be. That gap comes from your mentality. And today, I'm going to share with you the mentality that has totally changed my life and has brought me from where I am to where I want to be in so many different aspects of it. The mentality that you need to have is a nothing to lose mentality. I am personally someone who really likes to put myself out there. I would rather fail something than live with the regret that I didn't try. Because yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out, but the thing that keeps me going is, well, what if it does? You just never know where something is going to lead until you put yourself out there. Because think about it, if there is something that you want to go after, you have 3 options. Option 1 is to just sit around and wonder if anything would happen if you took the action. Option 2 is fail, but hey, at least you tried and it just wasn't meant to be. And option 3 is succeed and be proud of yourself for taking that risk. I get it, it's not as easy as it sounds because there's obviously something that's holding you back from putting yourself out there. So we are going to dive into these reasons because it is important to understand what gets in your way in order to rid them and adopt this new mentality of nothing to lose. So the most common things that I've noticed that hold us back from putting ourselves out there and adopting this mentality are nerves, caring too much about what other people think, and fear. So first, let's talk about nerves. We all know that butterfly in the stomach, sweaty palms, racing heartbeat feeling, right? I can literally feel it right now as I'm describing it to you. When a moment is about to occur that requires you to put yourself out there, we all get that feeling. It is normal, but you have 2 different ways of looking at it. So the first way to look at it is, I can't do this. I'm just too nervous, I'm gonna vomit, this is too much for me right now. I'm just gonna go and return back to my comfort zone. The second way to look at it is, okay, deep breath. Yes, I acknowledge that I feel nervous, but this is the adrenaline that's gonna get me through this, and I am gonna feel awesome afterwards. Just because you are nervous doesn't mean you should back down and hide away. Nerves show that something exciting is about to happen. You get to do something that puts you out of your comfort zone. And afterwards, well, you're gonna feel a sense of relief that it's over and you actually did it and followed through. You didn't let your nerves control you to the point where you didn't even try. For example, I love public speaking, and the reason that I love it is the reason that most people hate it. People hate that feeling of nervousness beforehand, but I live for that adrenaline rush. And people ask me, like, do you not get nervous when you go up there? But of course I do. That's totally normal. But I like to challenge myself and see how I can handle my nerves with my body language. I only have 1 chance to give a speech, and it's like a test to see if my preparation paid off. These nerves are telling me that I'm about to do something big and impact a lot of people. Nerves can relate to any situation. Nerves regarding an interview, an exam, a date, or a competition. Even small things like talking on the phone or sending out an email. Don't let your nerves get in the way of doing something that could lead to growth. Use the nerves to energize you to take action. Now, let's examine how caring too much about what other people think might get in the way of putting yourself out there and adopting this nothing to lose mentality. You might be apprehensive to put yourself out there because you start to worry that other people might judge you. You might think things like, oh, they're gonna think I'm so weird, they aren't gonna like me, they're just not going to accept me. Now, I used to think like this, and I still do sometimes. I'm not perfect. But the thing that changed my mentality on this was that every single person is unique and has their own perspective and interests. If I live my days trying to fit the mold, then I am missing out on pursuing my interests and my passions and desires. These are the things that make me who I am. Don't I want to surround myself with like-minded people who share the same interests? How am I ever going to even find them if I'm too busy just trying to fit the mold and impress people who aren't even similar to me? Plus, at the end of the day, who is really even judging you? People are so consumed with their own lives. Do you really think that they're going to be putting in a lot of their energy focusing on the small details of your life? The only person holding you back is you. The only person's validation you need is yours. Think about the quote, "Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind." For example, I had a fear that other people weren't really going to get my YouTube channel or my passion of self-improvement. But I shifted my focus and I realized that I wasn't doing this for those people. I was doing it for me and people who I could inspire. Since then, I have attracted so many like-minded people into my life. So don't let what others think of you hold you back. Finally, let's discuss how fear gets in the way of this nothing to lose mentality. One of my favorite quotes is, "Fear is a misuse of the imagination." Fear is all made up in your head. You are choosing to create this scenario in your head in which everything goes wrong. So if you can imagine the worst, then why don't you use your energy to imagine the best instead? Think about the possibilities of where you wanted to lead and what could go right, rather than focusing on what could go wrong. Because at the end of the day, you can't control the outcome. But what you can control is how you choose to put yourself out there. And it all starts up here. Overthinking can create this fear and doubt and leads you to not put yourself out there at all. It prevents that nothing to lose mentality. I recommend either imagining the best case scenario or simply just stop overthinking and second guessing every little detail. You are wasting your time and your energy. Just send that text, ask that question, take that interview. Stop overthinking and fearing. Because what is the worst thing that could happen? The worst thing that could happen is never knowing or trying due to the fear that you created that held you back. In conclusion, in order to lessen the gap between where you are and where you want to be in your life is to have a nothing to lose mentality. Start putting yourself out there. Stop letting your nerves and other people and fear hold you back. Remember, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you again next Saturday.